Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We are in the flesh markets. I hate this place. We're going through all of our dialogue options. I'll buy you pleasure slaves. Been a long time since I last had Nahindrian goods such as these for sale. You know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. Everyone says that word, and I don't think they know what it means. 25,000 gold pieces. The slaves exchange pleased whispers as they hear the high price their master has asked for them. These poor mortals do not even realize they are no better than cattle. When the time comes for them to be led to the slaughter, their minds will not grasp that their kind master has reared them for torment and death. Anyone who makes a deal with the demon looks exactly like them in the end. A naive fool mocked by all because they do not know the knife awaits. Why do you call them Nahindrian? When we say Nahindrian, we mean of the finest quality. That's all. Everyone in the city keeps talking about some Nahindrian crystals that grant immense power, but no one can say what they really are. The only thing we know is that they exist and their owners suddenly become unbelievably powerful. But as long as no one knows what they really are, you can call anything Nahindrian. See? No deal. You are so very wrong to underestimate my slave. I put all of my considerable talent as a trainer into their instruction to ensure they are able to satisfy even the most demanding owner. Trust me, they are worth any price. I'll buy the Asmar slaves. Oh, I see you are a connoisseur. I'd like to warn you that these little birds will cost you a pretty penny. Their price scared off the Madam of the 10,000 Delights, but for Shamira, to whom I intended to sell these fresh Aasimar beauties, 50,000 is spare change. Oh, okay, so Shivaro, it runs the 10,000 Delights. Gotcha. I am willing to sell them to you for the same price. If we do not intervene, these women will be doomed by the celestial blood that flows in their veins. There is nothing more tantalizing for a demon than befouling, abusing, and destroying any being with ties to the upper plane. We have no right to stand by and leave these unfortunates to a terrible fate of torture and death. Good deal. If you don't buy them, you'll regret it. They would have given you such pleasure. I'm sure Shamira will send for them very soon. Okay. Go talk to other people now. Actually, let's go fucking do this athletics check real quick. Cool. Yeah, whatever. 42 mobility? I was gonna say, I kind of expect to fail that one, truth be told.
Beautiful.
That was pretty high. Okay. We're gonna talk to Kurz. See what the fuck is up with him. A tough-looking demon with a rough, cruel face in the hands of a seasoned warrior greets you with a grin. Looking to buy slaves, eh? I just sold off the shipment I captured during the last raid. I'm Kurz, captain of the Bloody Bitch. That's a name. Who are you? The demon stares at you in disbelief, then bursts into laughter. Who am I? I'm Kurz. Known by some as Kurz got stabbed. Really? Captain of the legendary Bloody Bitch. I'm the most famous damn pirate in the Midnight Isles. Must be a landlubber who's never set foot aboard an airship if you haven't heard of me. Cool. tell me more about being a pirate. What exactly do you want to know? The life of a pirate ship captain consists of 4 things: his vessel, his crew, his experience, and Pazuzu's patronage, of course. Right. You have wings of your own. Why do you need a flying ship? Kurz eyes you with suspicion, as if searching for signs of mockery in your face. Sure. And what do you propose I do with all the loot carried on my back? What about the slaves we tuck into the cargo hold? The ship is a big flying treasure chest. It also provides a fair amount of cover from arrows and spells that rain down on us during boardings. Fair enough. Tell me about your vessel. You'll recognize my bloody bitch right away from the huge skull decorating her prow. We secured that trophy near Vazglar? And there was a great fight for it. A few other captains wanted to lay their hands on it as well. Aside from the skull, I've done good work on the bloody bitch. You can't find a better attack vessel. Her broadside can take a dragon's strike, her 3/4 sails can catch any wind, and her ballistae don't rely on lousy spears. Only alchemical fire. Interesting. Interesting, Otis. Do you rely on alchemical fire, Otis? No, I rely on claws and headbutts. Claws and headbutts, Papa. What kind of crew do you have on board? The toughest rogues and cutthroats you could ever want. They're my hand-picked collection, each one as bad as the next. They're the most notorious rabble, the most infamous scoundrels you could ever find in the abyss. They'll sell... My God, I'm stumbling like crazy. They'd sell their own mothers into slavery. I quit. Into slavery for a chipped copper. Turn on me? Never. Nobody else could land them a better deal than I can. If they ditched me, they wouldn't make it 3 steps before taking a knife in the back. So they've got no choice but to follow me till the end. I mean, sure. How many ships have you plundered? Puffing out his chest a little, the demon offers a fanged, leering grin, then answers with all the cutthroat swagger he can muster. The bloody bitch is well known in the Midnight Isles, and her black sails sow terror wherever she goes. I can't count how many poor sods I've sent to Dagon? I was leading the charge, saber in hand, back in the days when Valaxia was flashing her bare tits in the skies over Lucianira, and when Zephorian, that old rapscallion, ruled the city. As for loot, the treasures that have passed through my hands, and I spent them all on booze. Kurz beams with pride at this declaration. Alright, well, it sounds like you kind of fucked up. Sounds like you're middling tier, my man. You might have been around for a long time, but you haven't really accomplished anything, have you? Tell me a thrilling tale. You like gory stories, eh? Once we were floating by Megorg when our lookout spotted the wreckage of a ship caught in a hurricane. So we decided to search for cargo, but instead we only found a sailor who was clutching at the wreckage. We fished him out, brought him to his senses, hung him up on the mast and questioned him properly. Our ship's cook knows how to loosen tongues with his knife. Long story short, the poor sod spilled that he was a pirate himself. His ship had set sail from one of Alir's deserted islands, where they hid part of their spoils. We smelled a windfall, so we rushed to Alir. But Alir, that place ain't... I went to say ain't, and I kind of wish they had said ain't. Ain't. Gotta be more piratey, right? Isn't for the faint-hearted. Predatory vines, carnivorous flowers that breathe out clouds of poisonous pollen, walking bushes that surround you, pounce on you, and sting you with thorns till you die. Did I mention the toxic springs? Or the flies that crawl into your ears while you sleep and lay their eggs inside your brain, driving you insane? All in all, the place was a nightmare. We found ourselves right in the middle of it all. 3 times our prisoner told us where to check for the stash. Each time we dug, but all we found was dirt and bone. By the 3rd attempt, that damn island had already wiped out half the crew. We realized that asshole was playing us, so we gutted him. You know what we saw then? All his entrails were covered with whitish mold and overgrown with some spongy fungus. His heart, his guts, his brain, the gunk was everywhere. According to our ship's dock, that fungus controlled every one of the sailors' steps. He got infected on a leer. Then he left the island to lure in fresh fodder for the plants. We fled as fast as we could. But for a long, long time, I couldn't believe those damn weeds got so smart they were able to trick us. Okay, a fun story. You mention Pazuzu quite often. Do you worship him? Sure I do. Only total idiots don't worship the demon lord of the sky and winged creatures. Well, at least if we're talking about aeronauts. All the storms, wind currents, and beasts who feed on those currents, they all bend to his will. That's why I bombard Lord Pazuzu with my prayers as often as I can. Sounds like that's why you're middle of the pack, my dude. No more questions. Do you know Melara? That nut job? Her entire crew must be wimps and weaklings if they haven't slit such a leader's throat or fed her to Ishiar's beasts yet. You can't help but notice that, despite Kurz's dramatic bravado, a spark of fear gleams in his eyes. Interesting. I got a 60 on that check. Wow. God damn. I have to go. Alright, cool. Go upstairs real quick. We're gonna check this.
Got this one.
The flesh markets are one of the largest slave markets in the Abyss. Since the opening of the World Wound, it has been flooded with captives from Golarion. You alright? It's not especially surprising. Okay. Back down we go. Gonna go talk to this Sarzaxis. Why is Suture over here? Interesting. Alright, it's Sarzaxis time. A demon who looks like a ball of lumpy, melted flesh hovers in the air. He clenches a whip in his hand. The demon emanates an aura of confidence and authority. He snorts sternly at a skinny tiefling standing nearby, whose eyes are skillfully sewn shut with black silk thread studded with diamond chips. Wow. The demon mutters something incomprehensible to you. The tiefling speaks to you in a soft voice devoid of emotion. Master Sarzaxis welcomes you to the flesh markets, visitor from another plane. He noticed right away that you are a person of means. Though he himself has no interest in doing business with you, your presence benefits the flesh markets. So Master Sarzaxis is prepared to spare you some of his time. This slave will interpret his words for you, for he loathes speaking in any language except the one used in his homeworld. Alright then. The Suture's hideous face is marked with desperation. Overcoming his pride, he reaches out to you with his gnarled hand, beseeching your help with this humiliating gesture. The tiefling interprets another burst of snorting, this time addressed to Arushale. Master Sarzaxis is happy to see Lady Arushale again and wishes her pleasant purchases at the flesh markets. He regrets immensely that he wasn't informed of Lady Arushale's visit in advance, otherwise he would have prepared a special lot exclusively for her. Master Sarzaxis remembers Lady Arushale's preferences very well, and he would be happy to satisfy the wishes of such a discerning client. Oof. Oof. Arushale sounds calm, but you can see her hands have started to tremble. Please tell Master Sarzaxis that I have no interest in his slaves anymore. I won't pay for them, neither in gold nor in other ways. Ivu listens carefully, and just as carefully she examines the tiefling's sewn eyes, his loathsome master, and the surroundings of the slain market. Then in a tone that brooks no objection, she declares, Everything in this place is horrible. Absolutely everything. You're not wrong! I'd like to know more about the flesh markets. Master Sarzaxis finds your curiosity commendable. He is willing to outline the basic principles of the flesh market and its... The tiefling falls silent for a moment, listening carefully to the demon's croaking. Then he finds the correct word. Its hierarchy. He is also willing to explain the intricacies of the highly respected occupation of slaver. It would take a lot of effort to find a place more disgusting than this one. Even here in the Abyss. In the old days, my warriors and I broke many slave collars and led countless slaves out of the Abyss. What is this place? This place is called the Flesh Markets because here one can buy living and healthy flesh. Slaves for housekeeping, slaves for carnal pleasure, fighting slaves, sacrificial slaves, slaves of an edible nature. Every day, hundreds of slaves are shipped here and hundreds of customers come to buy them. Where do you get your slaves? The majority of the slaves are captives seized during raids of other planes. Master Sarzaxis is happy to inform you that Golarion is one of our main supply chains. The Abyss itself supplies a fair share of slaves as well. Demons have no prejudice against enslaving their kin. Demonic slaves are more hard-wearing and last longer than slaves from most other planes. Who runs the flesh markets? Master Sarzaxis has the honor of being the informal head of the flesh markets because he is the main supplier to the upper city. All the individuals who dared challenge Master Sarzaxis' primacy renounced their false claims, became his slaves, and now proudly wear his personal insignia, carved into their faces with cold iron. With the demanding crack of the whip, Sarzaxis calls one of the demons standing nearby. The latter kneels hastily, obediently hides his eyes, and extends his hand palm up. Sarzaxis seems satisfied with this display of obedience, so he lets the demon go by whipping him lightly over the shoulders and leaving a ruby-red welt on his skin. Fucking A. Ivu's right. This place is fucking horrible. Okay. As you may have noticed, Master Sarzaxis' authority here in the flesh markets is absolute. Master won't keep you any longer. He wishes to state that he found this conversation very entertaining. He wishes you fruitful trading and good meat in your cages. Why did Hepzimira and Shamira buy your slaves? Lady Hepzimira is extremely secretive. No one knows what she's up to, and no one wants to ask unnecessary questions because Lady Hepzimira has already proven she is quite powerful. Snooping around her business could be dangerous. When Lady Shamira brings Lady Hepzimira with her and says she needs stupid but strong slaves, Master Sarzaxis never questions and does not hold a grudge for the meatball nickname. Master Sarzaxis is very wise and shows restraint. Master Sarzaxis knows when he would be outclassed. Did I startle you? Did I startle you? Boy over here sleeping. You're supposed to be earning your coin, earning your breakfast, earning your bacon. Just sleeping on the job. Boy bean. One of the demon guards clearly grows interested in the conversation and unconsciously leans forward. So Zaxxas whips him across the muzzle with a lightning fast blow. The demon's head explodes like a watermelon dropped from a great height. All those fucking arms writhing on his head are really tripping me out over here. The interpreter comments on the execution with indifference. Master Sarzaxis would like to remind everyone that unnecessary curiosity can be very harmful for servants, especially if it is curiosity regarding the master's business. Christ almighty. Are you Sarzaxis' slave? The demon burst into indignant gurgling. Even without understanding a single word, you quickly conclude that he is displeased. Master Sarzaxis wishes you to cease your attempts to bypass him and communicate directly with his property. The provenance of his property is a matter of concern to Master Sarzaxis alone, no one else. Who are you, demon? The demon answers with a lengthy barking tirade as the interpreter listens carefully to every grunt. Master Sarzaxis comes from a remote corner of the abyss extremely far from these parts. Practically no one in all Elushanira has heard of the magnificent place that is Master Sarzaxis' homeland. He would happily return there because that place is superior to all other realms of the abyss. However, Master Sarzaxis found himself fascinated with the concept of slavery. In his homeland, the idea of owning other sentient beings does not exist. The common practice there is to kill anyone who is not like you. Master Sarzaxis has spent a whole lot of time studying the sophisticated art of slaveholding and has become the most respected slave trader in the whole of Elushanira. He is equally disgusting inside and out. Horrible, horrible demon. The most repulsive of all I've seen. Slavery is disgusting. Listening intently to the displeased hoots, the tiefling adds a light touch of condemnation to his monotonous speech. Wow! Master Sarzaxis is deeply indifferent to your opinion regarding the slave trade and the order he has established here in the flesh markets. Master Sarzaxis does not find it necessary to listen to the advice of strangers who have come from a primitive plane that will soon be conquered. Wow. Like to see. I'm gonna loot this guard. I can't. Nice. Free loot. I'd like to see your slaves. The tiefling's voice is emotionless and fails to convey the arrogant notes you hear in the demon's snorting. I'm afraid Master Sarzaxis must reject your offer. All his slaves were caught to satisfy personal requests by the most esteemed upper city's residents. Master Sarzaxis is the most influential of the slavers, and he can't afford to waste his time on something as pointless as negotiating with a stranger. Like you were wasting your time negotiating with Hepzimira? Is that a Brimarack? Yeah, it's totally a Brimarack. Sell me that dretch! Sarzaxis begins to snort, spraying saliva. He babbles quickly, which causes short, uncertain pauses in the slave's speech. This dretch, like the other demons in the shipment, is set aside for Lady Hepzimira. Without a doubt, this lazy waste of flesh, caught today in the lower city, will never prove to be a useful worker, but he still belongs to his new mistress. He is a very influential person. Therefore, trying to deceive her would be disrespectful and dangerous, and Master Sarzaxis would never commit such a foolish act. He resents your suggestion that he is capable of doing anything of the kind. Master Sarzaxis is insulted and outraged. There are not many vices that can surpass the greed of demons, but pride is one of them. Imagine what tremendous power it has when the two are combined. As disgusting as it is for me to give this advice, Listen to me. If this scoundrel feels insulted, offer him gold. Not as part of the deal, but rather as compensation for the insult and as recognition of his high status. Sure, I'll listen to the hand of the inheritor. Perhaps gold can compensate for the insult I've inflicted. The demon's grumbling abates slightly as a flicker of greed appears in his eyes. Master Sarzaxis finds your idea very reasonable. 30,000? Okay. Master Sarzaxis finds your idea very reasonable. He kindly agrees to accept the sum of 30,000 gold coins to atone for the insults you've inflicted. Taking into account your unfamiliarity with local customs, Master Sarzaxis will not demand your hand or eye in recompense. For his part, Master Sarzaxis considers it undesirable to keep this dretch in his stock, for he was the cause of your disagreement. As a gesture of reconciliation, he would like to immediately release him and drive him out so this unpleasant incident might be considered settled and forgotten. Fucking Christ. The flesh markets has just turned into like a cash grab for me. Well, against me. God damn. Sure, whatever. It's the good option, we'll go for it. Let's leave all grievances and misunderstandings behind. I say that, but I kind of want to do a scenario where I just try killing everyone, but I don't know that that's actually going to give me the results that I desire. Let's leave all grievances and misunderstandings behind. The tiefling translates Sarzaxis' satisfied snort, though it is wholly unnecessary. You understand its meaning perfectly well. Master Sarzaxis congratulates you on a successful purchase. The Dretch approaches you. Glancing cautiously around, he mumbles in a quiet voice so that only you can hear his words. I have no idea why Hepzimira needs slaves, but from what I heard, they don't live long. Becoming her property is a death sentence, no doubt about it. Meaning you saved me. So, I guess The suture appears confused. It seems this miscreation is not accustomed to being shown mercy and simply doesn't know how to express his thanks. How were you captured? I've been wandering the lower city searching for something. Never you mind what. I mean, that's not what I meant to say. It's a personal matter, yeah. That's the right way to put it. So I was roaming around, chatting with all and sundry when the slave hunters appeared and started chasing us. They threw those who survived in a cage and brought us here. The typical occurrence in the Abyss. Social dynamics, it's called. The strong enslave the weak. What will you do now? With gloomy eyes, with a gloomy glance at you, my god, my brain. The suture gives a vague answer. I will continue my search, I will. It won't be easy, but I'll prove to her that I'm smarter and wilier than she thinks. The Dretch's expression is determined, even severe. What are you looking for? Don't ask. It's none of your business. On. Suture hesitates, nervously scratching the back of his neck. He repeatedly opens his mouth to say something and nothing comes out. Finally, he starts to mumble incoherently. Just be careful, that's what I'm saying. With a martyr's sigh, the suture turns around, relieved to lose himself once again in Lucianira's warren of alleyways. Alright, fair enough. So, we have gladiatorial slaves we can purchase. We have the pleasure slaves and the Aasimar we can purchase. We have the Golarion slaves we can purchase. We've got the magic batteries that we can purchase. And I think, actually, we don't have enough gold to purchase all of them. Because it's 50 for the Asimar. And it was like 25 for the pleasure slaves. And then I think it was like 25 or 30 or something like that for the Golarions. I don't know that we care about the gladiatorial slaves. Like they're kind of self-imposed, right? Like they are trying to be servants of the. They're trying to be gladiators. They're trying to be a part of the arena, right? So, I kind of just want to come over here and attack, what's his butt, and see what happens there.
Together we stand.
What's going on here?
Kinda. We don't really have any buffs on us right now.
We will win this war.
Should I?
Okay, I kind of want to experiment with this, so we're gonna go through a buff cycle, through a full buff cycle.
I am here.
I say a full buff cycle. We're at least gonna go through a regular buff cycle. Full one. Let's not do greater
You are my
heroism.
favorite aid.
Or
I feel like a chosen
other.
one.
And we're not gonna do animal growth.
Oh, yes, what?
Oh. Oh, have we? We've already cast most spells for the day. Oh, wild. Shellos has appeared. We'll do basic stuff at
Search for the beauty with your
We
heart,
don't have.
not your eyes.
We actually don't have a crap ton. We might already have most of the stuff that we would be looking,
Rely on me.
which isn't good because this guy has like super high.
The goddess protects us.
Here we go again.
We already have Greater Magic Fang on everyone. Magic up.
A bright future awaits us.
Trust in yourself. You require my unbiased opinion?
We'll win this, one way or the other.
We'll make things right. I'm always
My
open
will
to ideas.
is resolute.
Adayana. Inimosi Travisi. Lisano Danium.
I will prove my worth.
Will you?
I will help where I can.
Here we go.
Together, we stand.
I will lend you my aid.
Yeah, fuck it.
Shellen guides me. The world has suffered enough.
Are we ready to move out? You call. You're a good person. I like you.
No reason
All
to
right,
cry.
let's see how this goes.
Lead on.
What's going on here?
Attack. The fat creature lifts his thick legs slightly and stomps, making the ground shake. Then the demon starts moving in a surprisingly nimble and flexible manner, his fat folds moving fluidly in ripples of skin and flesh. A trainer's work is never done. I'll make a fine slave out of you.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Okay. And we also have to kill this guard. Fuck. Guard's not as hard to kill, necessarily. Fuck. Alright then.
I will resist.
Okay. Hot damn. Cool.
Begone, fiend!
Fair enough. Okay, how are Dunk? 30 and 30. Cool. Not even gonna try. Gonna move forward and we're going to haste. And we're going to throw up some mastodons over there. Mastodons of Savage. Good luck. Damn.
Into the fray!
Christ. We have not hit him yet. Rolled an 18. Oh, crikey. We have to natural 20 to hit this guy currently. I wonder if we can reduce his stuff with yeah, we could potentially reduce his AC. Well. Okay.
Fall!
You have to critically fail twice, basically. I don't know, very unlikely. I don't think we're gonna make it if we go at that rate.
The light, take you!
Finally hit. Oof. And Odysseus is immediately taken down. Cool. So we want to cackle. Then we want to, I guess, Hellfire Ray. This guy's 34 touch. My goodness. That's fair. Rolled a 5 for a total of 29. Rolled a 7. Solid rolls, team, solid rolls. I'm gonna try to provide some assistance there.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
He not still afflicted? Is not still afflicted. Okay. One minute and 5 seconds, so should be up for a while. Putting all our eggs in one basket here. Can't really do anything else because all my people are stunned.
Into the fray!
Okay, a 30 touch AC is more doable. See how we go. A little bit of damage.
The light take you!
Damn. Well, that's unfortunate. Damn. My goodness.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
We do not have good answers for just incredibly high AC, do we? Very close to dead. Look at. Okay, surely you've got this, Sela. Come on. You like any hit.
Into the fray! Huh.
Nope. Oh my. Did Ivo just go down? I think Ivo just went down. Son of a bitch. Crikey. Huddled together and wiping the demonic blood off their faces and clothes, the slaves stare at you in terror. Did you kill Daddy Deyoung? You won't hurt us, will you? Take us to your palace. We'll obey you. We will serve you very well. Ember smiles sweetly at the slaves. They respond with trusting, vacant smiles of their own. Don't worry. We will take you to a truly good place. It doesn't look like any place you're used to. At first, you'll feel uncomfortable, but you'll grow to love it. She's basically, we're taking you to a shithole. Yeah, we'll go with the good option. You're free. I'm gonna get you out of the abyss and take you somewhere normal. The slaves exchanged confused glances. Save us? Why would you save us? We are very happy here. Perhaps we should return to your camp first, and then we can have some fun. You'll like it so much you'll never want to leave the abyss. These poor souls, raised by demons like cattle for the slaughter. You have broken their golden chains. At first, they will hate the harsh world you have delivered them into, but only because they are so naive. I, however, celebrate your compassion. All right. The Aasimars no longer look broken. Hope has brought the pale glow of heavenly fire to their eyes. One of the women clutches a hairpin that by some miracle went unnoticed by the guards, resembling a gleaming stiletto. It ends in a rather vicious-looking point. With their expressions alone, the slaves send a clear message. Dare come near us. We stand ready to defend ourselves. Help us, kind sir. We know you are no stranger to compassion and mercy. Your aura warms our hearts like the sun of our beloved Golarion. This aura that you sense. Don't know, we just sense it. We are no sorceresses. We are guided by our senses alone. But as soon as you appeared, we were touched by bright, clean energies, and we knew you for a friend. We heard about something like this. A horrible demon, our master called him the Echo, wanted to buy us and use us to find a stranger from Golarion. A stranger who is surrounded by a benevolent light wherever he goes. The Echo of Dascari? Really? They failed to agree on a price, so the terrible demon left, spitting curses. What a relief. It was worse than anyone else we've seen here. Perhaps these poor, wretched souls sensed my presence. The blood of heaven runs through their veins, and our kinship reveals itself. But what dire news they bring. The Echo of Dascari, an avatar of our sworn enemy, does not cease his attempts to get to me. This is what I'm not prepared for. I don't actually want to make this decision right now. I want to load. Okay, so here's the plan. The reason why I don't want to make that decision right now is because I don't want to make a decision where I send these women off to their doom by this guy over here being some horrid demon filth that's just fucking with me. Or maybe not demon filth, but just horrid filth that's fucking with me. So probably what we're going to do next time is we are going to, we're going to explore and see if killing Diunk like that has now set the guards against us or fucked our reputation in the city or something. And if not, we will make the necessary adjustments that we feel like we need to make there. Or if so. And then probably what we're going to do is we're probably going to send these gals on over to the Aasimars' house and then go there and try to continue the situation, because I'm so convinced that he's a bad guy and he's got like a secret, murder room in the back or something like that. So we're gonna experiment and try to see. But that's going to be the end of this video. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll see next time, probably, actually, because I think we're done. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.